artificial intelligence, as some in Congress also consider whether to temporarily block states from regulating AI. Brazil's Supreme Court ordering the arrest of former President Jair Bolsonaro over claims he was planning to escape before starting his 27-year prison sentence for leading a coup attempt. Bolsonaro, who has been under house arrest, was taken to federal police headquarters in Brasilia yesterday after his ankle monitor was reportedly violated. More on these stories at townhall.com. I'm Ron Taylor reporting.
All right. 305.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVBF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests.
Let's see. 270. Yeah, perfect.
Hey, Joey, what's happening? I mean, what's happening in Middleboro and surrounding towns? It's time for the Middleboro Week in Review with your host, Joey Driscoll. Stay tuned for news, Middleboro news, here on AM 1530 WVBF. Hey, Joey, what's happening?
Well, I can barely hear it. And there we go. And good morning, everybody, and welcome to Middleboro in Review. I am Joey Driscoll as I get everything situated here for the morning. It is Sunday, November 23rd, 2025. I just want to take a moment and say we remember the life of JFK, who was assassinated November 22nd, 1963. Don, right? Great. Yes.
Well, if you were wrong, I'd be giving you that.
1963. That would be 62 years ago yesterday.
Yes.
Yes, so we again remember the life of JFK. As we start the morning today, good morning, Dawn. How are you on this surprisingly interesting Sunday morning when it comes to the weather?
Yeah, we had the rain yesterday and then it stopped. But there was a flash freeze as far as the roads seem all right. But boy, did I have a tough time getting my door open. But so if you have those remote starts, think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Doors were frozen, window was frozen. We went to try to get coffee, had an open door. I mean, I'm not sure if all newer cars are like that, but we froze right up. So just be careful. The front porch was glazy, icy. So if you walk out, it's not a spring walk. Take your time, and you're gonna need some time to break out the scrapers or defrost your car. That's be important. So just keep that in mind when you head out. If you can head out early, if not, hang out, have some pancakes, some eggs, or relax, have yourself a nice cup of coffee, sit back, put your feet up, and watch Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
All right, our weather. Start off with our weather. Our weather is currently 25 degrees outside of our Hong Kong City studios. A high of 43 today with a low of 24. And they got a special weather statement in effect for the Taunton area. And that is patchy black ice is possible this morning. Temperatures have fallen below freezing. Moisture remaining from yesterday's rain is refreezing, creating a slick condition on untreated surfaces like sidewalks, driveways, and bridges. Conditions will improve later this morning as temperatures rise above freezing. So there you go. That is for our area.
Yeah, the road seemed all right. Coming down Route 138 here to the new Hong Kong City Studios, our new location. There was some ice in front of the Walmart, some puddled up, so it's icy there. So anyway you think there'll be a puddle in your travels, it's probably full of ice now because the water probably hasn't receded yet. Just take your time. It's Sunday. I know people work and whatnot, but now everyone's got to think a different mindset about getting up a little earlier and making sure everything's safe for the ride in, because we're at that point in time where things are freezing up, and we got 4.5, 5 months of this we got to deal with. So I would just slow down. They say arrive alive.
Yes.
Just take your time, because it's just like, it's not worth it if you hurt yourself or somebody else because you're in a hurry. You didn't give yourself enough time. This is the time. It's it's kind of a pain, but if just keep in mind that things are icy and you got to take it a little slower.
All right, here we go. 65 degrees currently in Newport Richey, Florida.
That sounds good.
I mean, yeah, it's pretty good for the morning.
What is it again?
65 degrees. That's pretty good for the
So
morning.
people live in Florida, they're freezing.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
to people who live in Florida
Keep the walls
all
coming
year
around.
round, yeah, that's not warm. But to anyone who's not really,
I called my sister in Florida,
year-round
and
person.
like a couple of weeks ago, she was freezing.
but yeah, 65 degrees currently. A low of 64 with a high of 78. A little bit of wind as well there in Newport Richey, Florida. Tomorrow, 81 with a low of 64. By the way, in Taunton, tomorrow is going to be 48 degrees. All right. Middleboro, 26 degrees currently, high of 43, low of 25. That same special weather statement that I just read for Taunton is in effect for Middleboro as well. Tomorrow's weather is 48 degrees, low of 33. Driscoll, Texas, a high of 81 today with a low of 73. It's currently 73 with thunderstorms expected with wind gusts up to 15 miles per hour. It's going to be raining pretty much all morning there in Driscoll, Texas. Temperatures improve, 86 tomorrow with a low of 72. And then Driscoll, North Dakota, 35 degrees currently with a high of 53, low of 34. The feels like temperature is 25 at this point. No rain today, which is good. But the rain and the snow starts up. There's a 40% chance of snow on Friday, where the low will just be 7 degrees. And next Sunday,
That
if
sounds
this holds,
that sounds like a Driscoll, North Dakota drop off.
yeah,
Like a cliff.
next Sunday, if this holds, November 30th, we could be talking about a low of 0. Donut
hole.
0. Yeah. So
All
there
right.
you go. And
Yeah.
that's kind of normal for North Dakota. That's for sure.
We talked about that over the summer, meaning it's sometimes Driscoll, Texas and Driscoll, North Dakota are about the same. It's not the same, but sometimes they're
No,
in the morning
yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah, just
But
about.
but you come to November, early December,
Yeah.
boom.
That's
North
it.
Dakota's-
That's where it drops.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
way down.
Yep.
Also want to thank Paul Laz for our love letters we get every week.
Yes, thank you, Paul.
He mentioned that he wanted me to say hello to all of Guthrie because we're going to the Guthrie Center for Thanksgiving this coming Thanksgiving in the 1 o'clock. So they have been doing that since they opened the center, I think since 1994 or whatnot. He bought it in 91. I think he bought it in 92. I'm not sure when he bought it, but 91, 92. Guthrie Center's been serving the communities of Great Barrington area, and they do a lot of great programs. And if you want to know more about it in music, if you go on YouTube and type in Olive Guthrie, Amazing Grace, okay? The live version should come on. It's from 1994, and he does explain the how he bought it. And there's always a funny story with Olive Guthrie when it comes to his. He sings a little bit and then he talks. He rants and talks, and he talks about how he bought that and the circumstances behind it and why he bought it. And that was older. That was 1992, 93 when that concert. But it's still the same now. So we're really looking forward to seeing. Hopefully, Olive Guthrie will be there. Maybe we'll have Thanksgiving with him. We're not sure. It is the 60th anniversary of the events. Of the events, 1965, Thanksgiving, 1965 is when all that went down with Arlo and his friend and the whole the whole thing about dumping the trash and having Thanksgiving and Officer Obi, the whole story is
Mhm.
and it's gonna be, and we'll probably be listening to it too. It's right, they play it. I mean, they might play it at 9. Usually it's 9, 12, 3, 4. Depends on what radio station. BCM started doing it in this area first, I think, and then everyone followed suit.
Yeah.
And then ZLX, I think they still play it. And one other thing too, AAF has been off the air for how long? About 10 years now, or whatever.
AF.
Yeah, WAAF. Well, they went off the air,
Yeah.
but they played it. And the DJ says it's only ever you'll hear folk on this radio. That's it. So it takes
Yeah.
over. It takes over everything.
It
Even
does.
even a heavy, the hard rock station, they still play that folk song on Thanksgiving at 12 o'clock. So I mean, it's the staple of. It's just a staple. It's a tradition, and traditions are great.
All right, our today in history. On this day in 1921, Warren G. Harding, the 29th President of the United States, he signs the Willis-Campbell Act into law, which prohibits doctors from prescribing beer or liquor for medical purposes. Wow. Interesting. 1963, November 23rd, 1963, the first episode of Doctor Who, An Unearthly Child, is broadcast by the BBC, which is now the world's longest running science fiction drama. Wow, that's 62 years.
You ever heard
That-
the theme of that? The opening credits.
Yes,
That
absolutely.
that spooky.
I think they still got it. I think they still
Well,
have
for-
it. I mean,
for the
they
new ones,
they
Probably
changed
not. They
it.
probably changed it for the worse.
They changed it a little bit.
They
probably
should have
changed
changed
it a little
nothing.
bit.
I mean, great. Have new people, have new characters, but don't change. Do not change the theme. Do
I
not.
mean, they've had some good Doctor Who's when it comes to the actors who've played Doctor Who. They've had some pretty
They
good
still
Doctor
have
Who's. What?
Doctor Who now? They still.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, still going. All right.
Well, the only Doctor Who I know is the early Doctor, the original Doctor Who.
All right, on this day, on November 23rd, 1991, Queen's lead singer Freddie Mercury announces in a statement that he is HIV positive. He dies the following day, November 24th, 1991.
You've really embraced the Queen, especially during that time of his last few months. They were working on a song. It's called Mother.
Mother Love.
And he couldn't finish it, so Brian May had to finish it.
Yeah.
Which goes to show the endurance of people who, he knew he was sick, he knew he knew he was dying. But he still tries to really, work on. Was that something new? I mean, I know Innuendo came out. That was a complete album.
No, so that was on, forget the name of the album, but it came out in 1995. It was an album full of unfinished stuff,
Yeah.
things like that, B-sides and things like that.
It just goes to show that he was in the studio, on his deathbed.
Yeah.
But Mother Love was his last song, and he did not finish it.
Yeah, and Innuendo, there was some tough times during Innuendo when it comes to recording that as well for Freddie. But he got through it.
Yeah.
He got through it. And that album's fantastic.
Yeah.
Everyone, check that album out. If you're a Queen fan and haven't really listened to Innuendo, definitely go listen to it.
Right. And that last song, Mother Love,
Absolutely.
has to be is finished up by Brian May. It's sad. It's sad, but it just shows the strength willing to live.
Yeah.
Because instead of him feeling sorry for himself and dying, he's in the studio trying to get some work done. I had a friend of mine. His name was Paul. He had brain cancer, and I remember the last couple of weeks he was alive. He was trying to learn a Led Zeppelin song, and it's funny because he was fine until then he fell into his sickness real bad, and then he there was only bedridden for 3 days, and he passed away. But he always tried to do something. Always tried to learn something. I mean, use every day as a gift. So he always tried to make the best of it, and that's what my friend Paul and also Freddie Mercury in the studio, right through the worst days of his illness, almost to his death, and that's good because now you have this material you can go back and listen to, and then you listen to somebody who kind of knows he's dying, so heartfelt to a certain degree. It's just that's why Queen has always been one of the best bands out there.
Yes. All right. November 23rd, 1992. The first smartphone, the IBM Simon, is introduced by Comdex. This is in Las Vegas, Nevada. November 23rd, 2005, 20 years ago today, Ellen Johnson Sirleaf is elected president of Liberia and becomes the first woman to lead an African country. On this day, and I was going to birthdays here, born on this day in 1804, Franklin Pierce, American general, lawyer, and politician, the 14th president of the United States of America.
He was from New Hampshire.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Born on this day in 1888, there we go, Boris Karloff, English actor, famous actor of the time that he was around doing films in the horror genre. 1940, born on this day in 1940, Louis Tiant, Cuban American baseball player and coach for the Boston Red Sox. He passed away last year. I think he's in the Hall of Fame. Yeah, I think so. If I'm wrong, let me know. Correct me, but I think he is. Passings on this day. 1814, Elbridge Gerry passed away on this day. American merchant and politician. He was the 5th vice president of the United States, and he is the person we get the term gerrymandering for.
Oh,
yeah, that's fun, Don. Gerrymandering.
yeah,
Lots of it going on.
let's play around some districts.
Lots of it going on right now. All right. Anyway, passing away this day in 1990, Ronald Dahl, British novelist, poet, screenwriter. He is responsible for writing some really big books. Some of those books is as follows: James and the Giant Peach, which was made into a film, and that was really, really good. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, again, made into a film.
What, with Johnny Depp?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. So that would be any of the films. I would
Charlie. No, well, there was 2 of them. There's Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Yeah.
And then there was,
there was Willy Wonka.
there was Willy Wonka.
That was another book.
Oh, no, Willy Wonka was the movie.
No, I'm talking about the book. The book is
based on Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
All
So
right.
there was like several Willy Wonka books.
Oh.
I mean, several Willy Wonka movies.
They could not bring a better person than the G. Wilder.
Oh, that's the best version.
He was awesome.
I mean, the Johnny Depp version it's unique.
He's creepy. I don't.
I mean,
it's
it's
creepy.
unique. It's
I don't
unique in
know.
its own way.
I didn't like it.
And then, of course, another one of his books that got written into a movie, Fantastic Mr. Fox. And that has an all-star cast, and George Clooney is in it. I mean, it's really got a pretty big cast. But yeah, there you go. Passing away on this day in 1990, Ronald Dahl. And passing away on this day 1 year ago today, Chuck Woolery, American game show host and television.
He was the most nicest guy, because of he always had that guy smile. He was the original Guy Smiley.
Yes,
he was. I think Guy Smiley, that Sesame Street character was probably based from him. all happy and get the big microphone and stuff like that. That is actually my favorite Sesame Street character, is Guy Smiley. Yeah.
All right, so we have our blood drives. Let's talk about some blood drives here real quick. Monday, November 24th at the Lakeville Public Library.
Which is tomorrow.
It's tomorrow, yeah. 4 Precinct Street, Lakeville. And 12:30 p.m. to 5 p.m. for that blood drive. There you go. Sunday, November the 30th. So next Sunday, there will be a blood drive at the Church of Our Savior, 60 Union Street in Middleboro, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's Church of Our Savior's in downtown Middleboro. If you go through the town, it's just after, it's actually across the street, I think, from the Rockland Trust, I believe, just about across the street. Maybe a little bit, horizontal to that, actually. There's 2 churches on that street.
Which street is that?
Yeah, it's Main Street.
Where, Tom?
No, Middleborough.
Oh.
Yeah, so there you go.
That's is that the one that burned down?
No, the one across the street is the one I'm talking about.
What, next to the town hall?
Yeah, the one across the street.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
One across the street. Okay. All right, that's the blood drives. There we go.
Just one.
2.
Yeah.
One tomorrow and then one next week.
Okay.
Yeah, and we'll have the ones for December pretty soon. I think I will compile them later on today and talk about them on tomorrow's program.
Middleboro Matters.
Yes,
11
Middleboro
a.m.
Matters. Stay tuned
Everything
for
about
that.
Middleboro.
Yes,
All these
Matters.
Middleboro shows back to back.
11 a.m. to 12 a.m. for that program. We're going to, I think tomorrow's program, we're going to kind of break down some of the Thanksgiving football games and kind of go over that and talk about that.
It's always fun.
Yeah. Along with the MIAA things, games as well. I think I might do that coming out of the break because this is, I might do that today. The MIAA ones. I might do that today, but the Thanksgiving ones I'm going to save for tomorrow. So you got to stay tuned to Middleborough Matters tomorrow for that. But the MIAA football playoffs, I'm going to do that coming out of this news break. And then after that, the remainder of the show, we're going to do transportation.
Yes, because everyone knows planes, trains, and automobiles, right?
Yes.
Like Thanksgiving will be there. That's another tradition. People like watching that.
Yeah.
Every time I get together with my sister, and I might be going to visit her soon. I'm going to visit her soon.
Yep.
We always like to sit down and watch The Wedding Singer. That's like a movie that my sister and I always like sit down and watch. I think we've seen it 100 times, but we never get sick of it. It's just, you got to keep your traditions alive, especially around the holidays. It's something that you need to do, every year, and everyone flies to do it, and they go out of their way. And sometimes getting to the destination is fun, and that's why a lot of people put up with it. They don't,
Yeah. Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore work really well together.
That was
I will say that.
That was the best. You know what's funny about Adam Sandler? You go back and look at his earlier movies, and and even in a lot of his movies, he's loyal to a lot of his other characters who play. I mean, they're actors and actresses, but he's always Steve Buscemi. He's in one of them. I think it was The Deeds, and he's been in a couple. He was in Steve Buscemi was in The Wedding Singer. He was the drunk brother or something or whatever. Remember that scene there? Yeah. It was really good that he's loyal to his people. And another person too is Howard Stern. He's always used the same people for like years and years and years. He's loyal to the people who work for him. There's something about that, in my opinion, is character, because first of all, you can get along with people. Number one, that shows you can get along with people because people aren't walking. I mean, the turnover rate isn't bad.
Yep.
And number two, it's just loyalty. It's just being there for your friends. And also one other thing, James Gandolfini, he paid his own salary. He gave money to a lot of the people in The Sopranos
Yeah.
because he obviously was getting more, just to have them so they wouldn't quit.
Yeah.
He took money out of his own pocket because, I mean, maybe the people weren't getting paid or whatever the deal was, but to keep the crew together, keep the success of the show together.
Yeah.
He went in his own pocket, and that's impressive in my opinion.
Yeah. If you want to see like peak James Gandolfini, check out The Sopranos. I mean, that's so good. It's so good. Yes, it's very violent, but you know what? It's worth watching. It really is. It's worth watching.
Well,
for the
if
acting.
it's not your cup of tea, don't.
No, well,
don't
yeah,
watch
of course.
it,
If
you know.
if you check it out and it's not your cup
Yeah,
of tea, then that's fine.
Right. The fan,
But
people don't want to listen to that.
The acting is so good.
Oh, the storylines.
And the storyline is so good too.
Yeah, and also to Crimson Tide with Denzel Washington and Gene Hackman. James Gandolfini plays a character in that, which is real good. So, yeah.
Let's take our news break. We'll be right back.
Breaking news this hour from townhall.com. I'm Michael Harris. The White House is talking more about the cost of living since this month's GOP election losses. White House correspondent Greg Cluxton reports.
Voters in the off-year elections made it clear that pocketbook issues remain a top concern. And over the past 2.5 weeks, the Trump administration has tried to focus more on those concerns. Vice President J.D. Vance told an interviewer, "We hear you, and there's a lot more work to do." He said there had been progress on lowering prices, but he said the American people need to have a little bit of patience. And President Trump has removed some tariffs on food imports in a bid to lower grocery prices. Greg Clugston, Washington.
As Congress debates how to handle expiring Obamacare subsidies, Senator Dave McCormick of Pennsylvania hopes Republicans can craft a new and better health care law.
Design something that gives the consumer greater control, greater autonomy in the making their choices. They don't have that today. Something that creates adequate competition. We don't have that today. And finally, something that roots out this rampant corruption and fraud that is driving up costs for all American people. So that's how I see it. But that's a heavy lift. We got a lot of work to do.
He was interviewed on the Salem Radio Network. At least 5 families say their babies were treated for infant botulism after consuming By-Heart formula months before a current outbreak was detected. More than 30 babies have been treated for the rare and life-threatening disease in an outbreak that started in August. By-Heart recalled all of its products nationwide just this month. The University of Alabama at Birmingham says a football player stabbed 2 teammates Saturday morning before the game against the University of South Florida. UAB says both wounded players are in stable condition in the hospital and a suspect is in custody. It's offensive lineman Daniel Mincy. It's not clear why he did what he did, allegedly. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Whether you're climbing the corporate ladder, launching a new project, or just looking for that extra edge, your brain is your most valuable asset. Now there's a way to support it every single day. Think Factor. From the makers of Relief Factor, Think Factor is built to help you stay sharp, nurture your memory, boost your attention. It unlocks the mental clarity and precision you need to stay ahead of the game, no matter the challenge. After a few weeks of taking Relief Factor, I noticed a dramatic difference in my focus, my memory, my concentration. And look, the longer you take Think Factor, the better it works. This is not a one-off. You want to take Think Factor regularly. If you're a go-getter who refuses to settle, Think Factor can help you perform at your best and keep your edge. Call 800-4-RELIEF. That's 800-4-RELIEF, or just visit relieffactor.com to order.
Hey, you should
Think
look up on the holiday
Go to relieffactor.com or call 800-4-RELIEF. Your first bottle is just $19.95. Think Factor. Think clearer, perform better daily with Think Factor.
What am I looking for now? I am looking for 403. Spark Street Auto Body, located at 48 Spark Street in Brockton, Massachusetts, offers the highest quality collision repair and complete auto service for your car. They are a direct repair shop for all major insurance companies. You can reach them at 508-583-1495. They are open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 5, and 8 to 4 on Fridays. Call them today. You will not be disappointed. 508-583-1495.
There's no way you can hide it. If you drive drunk, they're gonna find you. So stop kidding yourself. Sir, have you been drinking tonight? Sir, have you been drinking this evening? Sir, have you been drinking tonight? They will catch you and arrest you. Drive sober or get pulled over.
And we're back. As I turn down the bumper music, there we go. And as I mentioned, we are going to break down, after I take a sip of coffee. Don, say something.
No. I thought we were doing a transportation segment.
We will.
now.
We will be. After,
I mean, you say you're gonna do
yes.
it, and then you
After-
put all this everything after, like, when you give me 4 minutes for transportation.
Don. I just got through saying about 10 minutes ago that we were going to do that
You had all
after
this
this.
time on the break to sip your coffee.
After this, we were. Okay, MIAA playoffs, football playoffs. We are pretty much towards the end of it now. The finals, or most of the finals, have been, when it comes to what teams will be playing in them, that has been decided. And a lot of these teams will have decisions to make this week when it comes to their Thanksgiving football games as to if they're going to start some of their starters or sit all their starters. But let's go through the finals, the Super Bowl matchups for the MIAA football playoffs this year. In Division 1, it will be St. John's Prep versus Severian. Why am I not surprised, Don, that this is the matchup for the 20 millionth year in a row in the Super Bowl between these two Division 1 powerhouses? Why am I not surprised? St. John's Prep and Severian again.
What's that, Division 1 or something?
Division 1, yes.
Oh.
I mean, of course it's Severian and St. John's Prep. I mean, again, two of the biggest powerhouses in the state. And, there you go. That's Division 1. Division 2 here. It is Bishop Fian taking on Catholic Memorial.
The West Roxbury.
Yeah, that's Division 2's Super Bowl. Division 3, their Super Bowl will be King Philip taking on North Attleboro. So we do get the Hockomock Super Bowl that people were potentially talking about there. There you go.
Yeah.
That is going to be a huge matchup in the Super Bowl for Division 2.
Yeah.
Division number 4. If I can get this, there we go. And I have to get this up to where there we go. Division 4. All these games, by the way, take place at Gillette Stadium. And that's going to be. It's going to be not this weekend, but next weekend, I believe. The dates haven't been announced yet, but I assume that they will be announced.
That's a lot of fun. Joey and I went to one a few years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
After he's done, I'll tell you why it was a special game.
So Division 4, Scituate takes on Tewksbury Memorial for Division number 4. Division 5, Shawshene Valley Tech, they take on Foxborough, so it's a home game for Foxborough. There you go. A lot of people are going to be excited. I think the attendance for that game is going to be pretty good, for sure. Foxborough, of course, I believe last year was also in the Super Bowl as well. Division number 6, Norwell will take on Fairhaven. Division number 7, Cohasset takes on Amesbury. That will be a big matchup there. And finally, division number 8, the one that Carver is in. Randolph takes on West Boylston. I believe this is a matchup that we've seen before in the Super Bowl of Division 8 as well, which not surprising.
Yeah.
West Boylston over the past couple of years has been a powerhouse in Division 8. And there you go. I mean, it's probably going to be the same again, but we'll see what happens there. Randolph is going to need a lot of good plays to beat West Boylston for sure. So there you go. There's your MIAA Super Bowls for the football.
When Joey and I went in 2000, I think it was 2017, right?
Yes.
Okay, it was Middleboro and Littleton playing. I'm not sure what division they were, but it was one of the divisions. It was early. I think it was 10:30.
Yeah, it was at 10:30.
Yeah, so it was an early game. And in 2017, there was a beloved coach in Middleborough.
Mm-hmm. Scott Nelson.
Yes. And you went to the Pierce Playground camp for years, and Scott was around too, right? He was like one of the workers or whatever. So, but he retired that year, and he ended up passing away. And it was really sad. The town was sad, and I still remember, now. I mean, years later. But his team didn't let him down. They won. They won the division, and it was so good to see because we're sitting around, all these people, together, whatever. Seemed like all the Middleborough people were together, but people from years and years ago had their jerseys. People in their 30s, how long he's been coaching. So all the years he's been coaching, almost every year there'd be somebody in a different age bracket they are sitting, especially even with and Joey, you graduated that year. It was
Yes,
it
I
was
did.
your year you graduated, 2017.
Yes, I did.
So it was honorable, and they had up there and went, and it was a good game. Littleton did all right, right.
During the first quarter, I was thinking, oh, this is going to be a game.
Yep.
This is going to be a game. And then Middleborough opened up.
Yeah.
Middleborough opened it up and scored like
So and then
40 unanswered points.
if you say there isn't miracles, that's and just blessings from the stands or just total good karma or whatever you want to call it. It was a beautiful thing just to watch. I'm looking around. And I got all these people here, all these different ages, and they all have their jackets on. Like it was their badge of honor to wear, and that was good. That's something I'll always remember. And any kind of so high school football excites me the most.
Yes. Okay, 15 minutes left in the program. Oh, by the way, if you want to call in, 508-822-1106, 508-822-1106 is the number if you want to call in. If you want to watch us, I don't know why you would want to do that.
We got radio faces.
Exactly. On YouTube, Middleborough Review on YouTube. We're live right now. We're live every Sunday on YouTube. I used to do Facebook. I no longer do that anymore. I still have the Facebook page, and I will be doing something with that. I think re-uploading the YouTube videos, all the shows, onto the Facebook after I clean up the Facebook a little bit, that page a little bit. It's a mess now because of what Facebook did when it comes to their live streaming rules.
They followed it all up.
They did, yes. After 30 days, they delete your live because storage. Yeah, okay, sure. Anyway,
we pay for storage.
Exactly. Anyway, but whatever. That's why I don't do the Facebook Live anymore. I go to YouTube. So if you want to check us out on YouTube, Middleborough in Review on YouTube, Middleborough Matters Radio on YouTube as well. If you want to check out Middleborough Matters on Mondays, and Joey Driscoll's Hometown Talk on Fridays. If you want to check out that on Fridays as well. I go live from 9 to 11 a.m. on Fridays on YouTube as well for Hometown Talk. All right. Transportation done. Okay. First things first.
No, I know what you're gonna say.
First.
And I'm ripping it apart. All right.
Yeah.
I
First.
got my slicing hammer. I'm gonna get
First-
out my saw and my S-wing, and I'm gonna knock it. Okay, what do you got?
Fair gates at South Station.
Yes,
Ridiculous.
yes,
Ridiculous.
yes. You know what it is too, and it's just like it seems like they're nickel and diming people. Okay, first of all, they encourage you to take the train. Okay, it's fine. People coming from the South Shore. I mean, you have Fall River, New Bedford line, which is Middleboro, Brockton, blah blah blah, Holbrook, and you have Greenbush line, and then you have also all the other lines that terminate at South Station coming in, and also the Fairmont line from Weedville, whatnot. And there's they even have a schedule there that shows all the trains leaving towards Back Bay and towards Ruggles. Okay, it's technically a subway ride. So they encourage people, you get off the South Station, instead of going downstairs, going through the turnstiles, taking the red line, and then the orange line, that you just jump on any of those trains that are heading out, and they leave in every 8 to 10 minutes, and you just ride the 1 or 2 stops. Well, they're trying to, and most people, there's really no way of enforcing that in a way. Okay, so they're putting the fares in to get that, but it's gonna slow. I think it's gonna slow things down over there. Number one. So why are you encouraging people to do that little jaunt? And it's quicker because you're there within like 5 minutes. Once the train leaves, you're at Back Bay in 5 minutes, and then that's a whole different business area, different high rises, different shops, different work addresses for people. I don't know why you want to slow that down. Why do you want to slow that down?
I don't know.
If you want, you want to get revenue. I just
For a
to me,
small
I think
revenue, to me, it's I don't know, it's petty. It's like a $2 or $3 revenue.
no, it's not even that. I think from Back Bay to it's like $2.70, whatever the subway pass.
Yeah, that's
or whatever.
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
I mean, you got to pay, I guess, whatever. You're not encouraged to not pay, but there's really no way.
Yeah, but there's better ways. There's better ways. There's got to be a better way than fare gates at Ruggles and Back Bay. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, I can kind of see South Station, fine. I can see that. North Station, fine. Those are your terminuses. That's fine, okay? Ruggles and Back Bay, no, come on.
What, they don't want people to get the free ride between South Station and Back Bay?
That's ridiculous.
I don't know.
Anyway, ridiculous. South Station's $583 million rail yard has broken ground. This is said to could make Amtrak service faster and more reliable. The project will modernize Boston's Southampton rail yard to support new Aero trains and improve passenger service across New England. Don, will it?
It might. I mean, there's no. But the thing is, every time you hear that we're going to build something new, it's going to make it better. I mean, okay, no. I mean, you got to change the wallpaper technically. You need to fix it up, whatever. Not going to make it better. It should be just as good as if it was built. I mean, it seems like that's a cop out. Meaning, because it's bigger, it's going to be better, and this. It's not. Why ain't it better now? There's a building there, Just why isn't it better now? Just I don't want to hear it's going to be things better and blah 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 blah. Come on, make it better now. Figure how to make it better now. What you got, and build your new stuff. But don't tell me, it's got to make things better. How's it going to make it better? Why? Why? That's all I got to say about that. And also too, as far as the going back to the fare gates. Now there's walkways between the post office, okay, and track 13. I think there's a door somewhere there, and then you have a walkway to the bus station. So the people are gonna have to get off the subway or get off, and then they can't, or coming from the subway, where they gonna stick them outside to walk on the front and go up that way? I don't know. Whatever. It's gonna be. So maybe it's working in North States, but there's only 4 lines there, and then plus Amtrak, so 5. I mean, this 8 commuter rail is then 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, before soon in December when the Worcester line opens up for Amtrak, the Lakeshore Limited, because I think that's still down. But it's just like, buy more conductors.
Yeah, yeah,
Hire more conductors,
yeah.
because that's more of a safety process. More people keep an eye on what's going on. I don't know.
All right. Earlier this month, the new bus terminal for South Station has opened. About 200 bus departures, serving approximately 10,000
Oh,
passengers.
they opened it, huh?
Yes, on a average weekday. Just a couple weeks ago, after years of construction, the MBTA opened its new concourse for intercity buses at South Station Terminal.
I guess that shuts me up about walking around, because they have you go through the main doors coming out of South Station, and then you got you walk underneath the dome, whatever, big dome lighting area, whatever, they walk in. And then there's the escalator banks going straight up. So, okay.
Yeah, the new concourse is one of the final components of the tower project, which has been under construction since 2020 and was initially approved by the Boston Planning and Development Agency, which is now known as the Planning Department of Boston, or Boston Planning Department, in 2006. So that kind of goes to show you how long these projects kind of take to kind of go into fruition. 2006, 15 years before construction even began.
Or they do this big project, renovate the bathrooms.
Renovate the bathrooms.
Please. Can you renovate the bathrooms and make them clean? Please. Can you just clean the bathrooms?
The developers agreed to build the new bus concourse as part of their deal to build a new tower above the publicly owned tracks at South Station. So this new concourse, they add 12 new bus berths and add a large waiting area to the bus terminal, which originally opened in 1995. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Because we were in there a couple months ago, and the waiting area is fine. It's a big area, but now you got a bigger area now.
Well, it looks like they were rebuilding the food court area, because they had seating area that's concourse, which has been closed since COVID. So I don't know why they never reopened that, number one. And there was another bathroom up on the second floor, unisex bathroom that was available to the public, and that was pretty clean. And they closed that down. So what they closed the clean bathrooms and leave the dirty ones open. So they would look like Peter Regina was moved over from this location to the left, and then everything else was closed down. I heard some disturbing from a conductor. I'm not going to say anything about why all that was done over, but you can imagine. It's your imagination.
Yep.
Boston.
Yep.
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 Okay, that's all I can say about that. But we'll see. We need to go back, I guess, and maybe we reach out to Linda Perlman again.
Yeah.
We had her on. She does the tours on the first Saturday of every month. She does South Station tours. I think 1 or 2 o'clock. There's a sign. I think it's 1, maybe 2 now. I think she might have changed it. But 1 or 2 o'clock is a sign over near the information where this usually where the transit officers sit. Right there. There's a little sign there. Great tour. Actually, if you always wanted to go up to the Amtrak Lounge and check out that area, the tour does involve that. So it's a good tour, and well versed in what's going on. And Linda does like the high rise.
Yeah.
It's funny.
The high rise looks fine.
Yeah. You know,
I have no problems with
she
it
said
either.
people would think that I wouldn't like because I'm into the historic, but I think it looks great. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you ever want to do a tour, every first Saturday of every month.
Yeah, I have no problem. I
Yeah.
have absolutely no problem at
Good
all
tour,
with the tower. I think it adds something.
They did a good job. They, just right in, right over the tracks and whatnot.
Yeah.
And they have that big, I don't know what they call it, but that huge sailing when you walk out, or whatever they call it. I should know what they call it. There's a name for it, but it's this a big spear or whatever. Huge area. That's nice.
All right.
But Fairgates,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. If you're going to the Patriots game on December the 14th against the Bills, at Gillette Stadium, take the train. Take the train. Be your last kind of opportunity to do so for the season, for the Patriots season.
Really?
Take the train.
There's not another game? There's got to be another game.
When it comes to two trains.
Make two trains.
Two trains.
Oh, they're doing two trains.
Yeah, when it comes to two trains.
Oh.
Two opportunities to get there.
Well, there's usually one from Providence, and there's usually one from
Yeah, now they're adding.
three trains now.
They're adding. No. I don't know. They're adding something.
You're
adding something.
No, you're missing something. Not adding nothing.
They're adding. Yes, they
All right,
are. They're
all right,
adding.
yeah.
They're adding trains to the usual thing when it comes to Gillette Stadium and games. December 14th is next and last opportunity of the season for that. Go to that. If you can pay for Patriots tickets, go to that game. Take the train. That game is going to be a great game, by the way, for sure. I think, in my opinion. Okay. Last story here to end the show. Amtrak's Berkshire Rail service resumes next Monday. You'll be able to catch a train to or from the Berkshires this holiday season. That's because Pittsfield Rail service is set to resume on the 1st of December, according to Amtrak spokesperson Jason Abrams. This summer, Amtrak replaced Berkshire Rail service with buses due to a sinkhole on the tracks
In New York.
in East Greenbush, New York.
Yes.
Yes.
So we can take a train to Albany?
Let me continue.
Okay.
The whole as well also took Lakeshore Limited Amtrak train service between Albany and Rensselaer, New York, and Boston offline, which Abrams said will also be restored on December the 1st. This sinkhole is 6 feet deep. Okay, we don't care about that. And required Amtrak to cut the tracks to prevent from falling into the hole. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Amtrak told Eagles Albany, New York broadcast partner. Okay, great. That was back in May. When inspectors noticed movement on the tracks, it was initially thought it was going to be a minor issue, but the track movement persisted, giving way to the sinkhole. Okay, well, good news that is now going to be.
Now they got a nice
Sorry.
shiny rail. They got a nice new toy, right? New toy, new rail bed, whatever you want to call it. Maybe they should have more trains running Albany to
More
Boston.
trains for Amtrak?
Not just one, just not one.
More train service? Oh,
Yeah.
come on.
Yeah.
Come on, you're thinking here.
Well, the problem with that is there's 23 miles of single track through the Berkshires.
Yes.
Okay, there's I know there's some sidings, but there's not even a side. There's emergency sidings.
Yes.
That's it. But 23 miles, not having a double siding up through the mountains.
Very difficult.
But if you never rode a train through that part of the Berkshires, it is absolutely beautiful.
It is
It is one of them. I'm glad they're probably gonna run it again, but
The Amtrak, the Berkshires are beautiful anyway, any mode of transportation.
Yeah.
So, yeah. All right, 8:01 a.m. thank you for listening to today's program. We'll be back next week, the November 30th edition of Middleboro Review. Until then, have a great weekend and go Patriots. They take on the Bengals this afternoon, 1 p.m. And no, they're not at home. They're at Cincy, so they're not at home.
We are AM 1530, WVBI, Middleboro, Taunton.
Breaking
What am I
news this
doing?
hour from
TD, Middleboro Center.
Why did I do that?
99.7 FM, your hometown radio station.
Try it again. Now I can play
breaking
it.
news
quicker
this
now,
hour
huh?
from townhall.com.
Yeah, it's a little bit quicker.
A little quick, a little too quick.
White House
Yeah.
is talking more about the cost of living since this month's GOP election losses. White House correspondent Greg Cluxton reports.
Voters in the off-year elections made it clear that pocketbook issues remain a top concern.
Oh,
Over
come
the
on.
past 2.5 weeks, the Trump administration has tried to focus more on those concerns. Vice President J.D. Vance told an interviewer, "We hear you, and there's a lot more work to do." He said there had been progress on lowering prices, but he said the American people need to have a little bit of patience. And President Trump has removed some tariffs on food imports in a bid to lower grocery
everybody.
prices. Greg Cluxton.